Hi, George McGovern team. I want to take a few moments here and introduce you to our reading intervention schedule change. Right now, this video I have designed for those of you who are an ELA teacher or a team leader, and you are recommending a student go into a reading intervention and they are currently not in one. So we're starting to get some emails about that. And what you need to do is you'll need to find this sheet. It will be on the center counter in the teacher workroom, and just begin to complete it. Give us the date, give us the student name, the grade they're in. You can do parent contact once we make the schedule change, because we can't guarantee you that just because you ask for a schedule change that it can happen, because we have to look at the rosters and make sure that we actually have spots in those classes for the student. So we'll give that back to you to make the schedule change. Circle here if they are in SPED. You don't necessarily have to go directly to the case manager when you're giving it to the reading team, because we have Carol Belden on there and she's checking all the IEPs for us and making sure that we remain in compliance there. Let us know if they're an ELL student. Check in with the case manager with them to make sure that the student isn't being taken out of a class where they need that ELL service. That is also very important to them. And then just fill out any of the information that you can here. The big piece that's going to be very helpful for us is you see this box down here. If you could fill out the current schedule section. Do not fill out the new schedule. The reading team will work on that. They may come back to you for some help just to get your advice on what core classes and what period you want the student in core classes, because you know your sections and you know your combinations of students and things like that. But complete the current schedule. That helps us really move quickly as a reading team. We're sometimes looking at stacks of 20, 30, 40 kids at a time. So if we can see their current schedule, we can build their new schedule pretty quickly if you have that over there. And then also make sure you give us your name, just so we know who to come ask questions if we have some questions. Now, we do have a new reading criteria, and I will send that out in an email here very soon. But to help us filter the student through the criteria to get the correct reading intervention for them, what we would need you to do, since they're coming from the regular ed classroom or from your recommendation, obviously you're not moving them from System 44 or from Read 180 or from Lit Zone. You're leading them from no intervention and saying, hey, we recognize that this student probably needs an intervention based on their SRI score. What we need you to provide for us is the last two SRI scores, so make sure you list those here so we know what their last two SRI scores are. Also, we need you to look up their Smarter Balanced ELA score and tell us what that was on the ELA section. So did they get a 2 or did they get a 3? And then lastly, we need the schedule change sheet, which is what I just reviewed for you up here. Now, this is one piece of paper, so this here would be the front and this here would be the back, so it's all put together. If you can give us that information, and then please, please, please bring those schedule changes to me. We have a group of teachers that include a System 44 teacher, Read 180 teacher, Lit Zone teacher, and then Carol representing SPED, and then we will work through those as a team. So bring those to me, and then we will bring them back to you and let you know where we placed them and if we need any extra help from you as a team. If you have any questions, catch me in the hall, come over to my office, ask me to come over, and I can surely answer any questions you may have.